So how many pets do you need? Apparently, I needed 2 more. Seriously, look at the models for these worms. These things are sick. By the way, I named them Squirmels and Wigglesworth. Hey everyone, Two Angry Frogs here, and our latest Beast Mastery Hunter how-to is on the menu. Specifically the Pack Leader Hero spec. Whether you're new to Beast Mastery or are a veteran, looking for the latest on Beast Mastery, Pack Leader, Hero Talents, and Rotation, we've got it covered. For open world content and running solo, it's difficult to top Beast Mastery Hunter. Our pets are great at soaking damage and keeping enemy attention while we safely fire from range. That is, unless we're trying to solo a delve, but we'll save that for another time. For Raid Mythic Plus, we're a mixed bag in the War Within. Beast Mastery has very strong single target damage, so raid bosses are our feeding grounds right now. On the flip side, we're undertuned for AoE damage, so high level Mythic Plus will not be our strength. So what about Pack Leader? The hero talents are entirely passive, and the impact to our rotation is not nearly as pronounced as with some other classes. If you've played Beast Mastery in Dragonflight, you'll have familiarity with the rotation and playstyle for this iteration. You will notice more kill command resets with Frenzied Tear, which gives a chance for kill command cooldown to reset every time your pet uses a basic attack. You'll also notice more Barb Shot resets from Furious Assault, which has a chance to reset Barb Shot cooldown when you cast kill command that procs from Frenzied Tear. The biggest thing I have noticed, however, is less casting of multi-shot in AoE. With Covering Fire, kill command casts extend the duration of Beast Cleave, so you can have a lot more time in between multi-shots. This does change the feel of the AoE rotation some, and makes it even more important to keep track of Beast Cleave timers. For Pack Leader Hero Talents, we use the same setup for all situations. We have 3 choice talent nodes, but these have very little effect or one choice heavily outweighs the other. So Blizzard did not really give us any impactful choices to make in the talent tree. For core Beast Mastery talents and Pack Leader single target, we have 2 notable selections in row 3. War Orders gives a chance for Barb Shot to reset the cooldown of kill command. This, in tandem with the hero talent Frenzied Tear, can lead to a lot of kill command resets, and you may find you are casting 3 or 4 kill commands back to back at times. Thrill of the Hunt gives increased critical strike chance when we stack Barb Shot. Critical strikes play a lot into Wild Call, which we select in row 5. This gives our auto shot critical strikes a chance to reset Barb Shot. This, along with War Orders, gives us more chances at resetting kill command. In row 6, we take Dire Beast, providing a boost to our haste. You'll notice that your rotation speeds up just a little bit each time this is cast, since haste reduces our global cooldown, bringing our abilities back quicker. In row 7, we grab a Murder of Crows and Dire Command. With all of the kill command casts, these proc quite a bit for additional passive damage. We take Savagery, which increases the duration of Barb Shot, making it easier to keep 3 stacks going. And then Huntmaster's Call, which either increases our pet damage or causes the target to bleed, and gives us even more haste, further speeding up the rotation. In row 8, we take Barbed Wrath, causing Barb Shot to reduce the cooldown of Bestial Wrath. With Wild Call and the hero talent Furious Assault, this can lead to higher Bestial Wrath uptime. Also in row 8, we take Basilisk Collar. This causes increased pet damage to the target for every damage over time effect on them. And this works in conjunction with Laceration in row 4, Venom's Bite in row 5, and Huntmaster's Call in row 7. In row 9, we take Killer Cobra, which resets kill command when we cast Cobra Shot during Bestial Wrath. So during Bestial Wrath, we can force more kill commands, which will proc a Murder of Crows and Dire Command more often. Finally, we take Call of the Wild for our big 2-minute burst damage window. During Call of the Wild, both kill command and Barb Shot cooldown timers are reduced by half. This, with everything else we've selected, puts the pace of our rotation into overdrive. Call of the Wild also lines up with most of our on-use trinket timers as well. So before we dive into the Beast Mastery rotations for single target and AoE, We'll show a simpler rotation than what you will typically see and what we have shown in the past. Why? First, for players new to Beast Mastery or those who want to just jump in and play, we don't see a need to overcomplicate something that number one should be fun and number two should be easily understandable. Let's say you want to have some fun with friends and play flag football. You are most likely not looking for someone to tell you that to play as a hop to gun king, trips right, terror 52 sway, all go special X, shallow cross H wide. Your response may very well be WTF, I just want to run and catch the ball. Second, when I see things like use this ability when less than 1.5 seconds remain, or use that ability within 30% of the base duration of this other ability, my first thought is, who in the hell is trying to calculate these exact timings while fighting a raid boss? Finally, given most of us spend 80% to 90%, if not all of our time in open world content, it seems reasonable to start at this point. Then if you want to strive to the highest levels of play, you can build on what we provide here and search out the more complicated nuances of the rotation. So let's look at the single target rotation. Your two most important abilities are Kill Command and Barb Shot. You want to cast as many kill commands as possible, since this is your highest damage output ability and drives damage for other abilities such as a Murder of Crows and Dire Command. For Barb Shot, you want to always try and maintain 3 stacks for the extra critical strike chance, bleed damage, and focus generation. Everything else on your action bars is pretty much cast it when it comes off cooldown. For our opener, we'll open with Bestial Wrath to provide an immediate damage boost for us and our pets, cast a Barb Shot to get the critical strike and pet attack speed buffs going, cast Dire Beast, which will give us a quick boost to haste, cast Call of the Wild to get the kill command and Barb Shot cooldown reductions going, and here you'll also activate your on-use trinkets as well, and then we'll cast a kill command. So as we go into the rotation, we'll want to watch our Barb Shot Frenzy stacks to make sure we maintain 3 stacks. Next, we'll be looking at the cooldowns for Dire Beast, Call of the Wild, and Bestial Wrath. We want to hit these as soon as they are available, since they will give us a boost to haste, a boost to overall damage, or significantly reduce our kill command and Barb Shot cooldowns. At this point, we want to be dumping kill commands as much as possible, and if we have Bestial Wrath up, look to cast Cobra Shot when needed to reset and generate more kill commands. When we're waiting for everything else to come off cooldown, and we will not lose a kill command cast, then we'll look to fire Explosive Shot. We'll cast Kill Shot when it procs, and finally, when we have nothing else to do, we'll cast Cobra Shot. We don't cast Cobra Shot if it will leave us less focus than we need to cast Kill Command. For Pack Leader, our AoE talent build does not significantly differ from our single target build. In our Beast Mastery talent tree, we're trying to get a good mix of AoE and still maintain a decent single target build for bosses. We have 3 talents that run down the middle of the tree that we pick up for AoE. Multi-Shot in row 4, which itself does no real damage, but it is used to activate Beast Cleave, which we take in row 5. Beast Cleave causes our pet's melee attacks to hit and damage nearby enemies. In row 6, we take Kill Cleave, so our kill command hits nearby enemies as well. For AoE, we also want to pick up Bloody Frenzy at the bottom of the tree, which gives all pets Beast Cleave when Call of the Wild is active. During this uptime, there is no need to use Multi-Shot. So with picking up the Cleave talents, we need to give up some others, keeping in mind the balance between AoE and single target, and needing to have enough points to path down to Bloody Frenzy. In this case, we'll drop Wild Call, Training Expert, and Piercing Fangs. In many builds, we also see Cobra Killer swapped out for Master Handler. I've chosen this as well since Master Handler is about a 1.5% DPS increase for my character. Kill Command plays a significant role in our AoE build and rotation as well. Kill Command both extends our cleave damage uptime and generates cleave damage itself. With Master Handler, we want to hit multiple enemies with Barb Shot as much as possible, since each tick of damage from Barb Shot reduces our Kill Command cooldown, which then feeds back into further cleave, uptime, and damage. We'll open with casting Barb Shot on 2 different targets. This gets the critical strike and pet attack speed buffs going, as well as reducing the cooldown of Kill Command as barb shot damage ticks. Then we want to get all of our cooldowns going, including Bestial Wrath to provide a damage boost, Dire Beast for a quick boost to haste, and Call of the Wild to get the kill command and barb shot cooldown reductions going. This with the multi-dot barb shots brings kill command back pretty quickly. Then we'll cast a kill command. So as we go into the rotation, we'll want to watch our barb shot frenzy stacks to make sure we maintain 3 stacks. With Master Handler, we want to spread out our barb shots across multiple enemies. As damage ticks on each target, kill command comes back quicker. We'll cast multi-shot to get Beast Cleave going. Next, we'll be looking at the cooldowns for Call of the Wild and Bestial Wrath, which are both important for boosts to AoE damage. We want to hit these as soon as they are available, since they will give us a boost to overall damage or significantly reduce our kill command and barb shot cooldowns. At this point, we want to be dumping kill commands as much as possible to extend Beast Cleave time and hit surrounding enemies with kill command from Kill Cleave. We'll cast Kill Shot when it procs. We'll watch for Dire Beast and Explosive Shot and cast them when they're off cooldown. Wait on these if you can take any of the other above actions. And finally, when we have nothing else to do, we'll cast Cobra Shot. Again, like single target, we won't cast this if it will leave us with less focus than we need to cast Kill Command. So if you look at the various stat priority recommendations across the interwebs, they are in disagreement with one another. In addition, different stat priorities are recommended depending on whether you are in single target or AoE type content. So we need to find a middle ground. At least I do, since I am not interested in regemming and re-enchanting gear or swapping gear depending on content. The biggest difference for content type is whether you stack Mastery and AoE versus putting more emphasis on Critical Strike and Haste in single target. So what am I planning to do? Well, I'll use raid bots to determine it and sim specifically for my character, which we highly encourage everyone to do. Since I do run Mythic Plus, but only to support raiding, which is what I enjoy the most, I'll tend to focus more toward Critical Strike and Haste. If you say, no way, I'm not interested in simming my character or learning how to do that, then I would target your stats towards the content that you do the most. If you're raiding, then put more emphasis on Critical Strike and Haste, and if you run primarily dungeons or open world content, then put more emphasis on Mastery. The only stat we really don't want to prioritize is versatility. So during the rotations, we highlighted a few things that you will not find or just are more difficult to track in the Blizzard UI. I use a class Weakaura that basically puts all of the data I need to see in a single compact space. The Weakaura is made by Luxthos. Shout out to Luxthos for all his amazing work on these, and can be found at his website, which we have linked in the video description below. For the Weakaura, I do tweak it a bit and add one element to the core icons. For the tweaks, I will typically set the group scale to 0.85, which scales down the size some, and move it where I want it above my action bars. Under the custom options, I set the core icons to 6, and then reorder the icons so they match up with my main action bar. The only other major change I make is adding an element for Cobra Shot, which is not in the Weakaura by default. To do this, we'll duplicate the kill shot element, remove all triggers except cooldown charges count, and change the spell to Cobra Shot. Remove the glow condition, and set the load spell to Cobra Shot as well. All other changes I make are just my preferences related to size or display. So now we have a nice way to track Beast Cleave timers, Barb Shot Frenzy stacks, and the important cooldowns that we need to keep an eye on all in one small space on the screen. I do think it's funny and a little bit ironic that the name Pack Leader was chosen. I definitely feel like the same Pack Leader in game that I do in real life with my 2 dogs sometimes. At times, they just do their own thing, independent of what I need or want them to do. The worms do have really cool blue electricity running through their tails, but they can't catch a frisbee, so +1 for real life pets. We really do hope this video helps you better understand how Pack Leader works, why we take the talents we do, and then how all of this feeds into a rotation that makes sense. As always, let us know your thoughts and any questions you have down below in the comments, and make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you always know what's coming up next. And everyone, have a great day with your real life pack.